What's happening, y'all? Just got back from the gym. About to do some wild world news. This guy sent me a link and it says, Magnus, get the camera. Says, what's up, Tyrone? Oh, man. I will most certainly need you to do a video on this topic. Once you see the video, rather hear it, just give the world your thoughts on this. 1 trillion subscribers. Woo! Alright. Let's copy and paste. Alright. Oh shit. Oh, here we go. Oh man.
Honey, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too.
I wish I could change the color of my skin.
That isn't the issue. You missed the issue.
What's the issue?
The issue is we don't have to broadcast it.
I'm not broadcasting anything. I don't do anything wrong.
Nobody said you did anything wrong.
I don't do anything wrong. If we ever have any issues, it's because people call you and tell you things about me that are not
Why are you
true.
broadcasting?
I'm not broadcasting
Why are you taking
anything.
pictures with minorities? Why?
What's wrong with minorities? What's wrong with black people?
Nothing.
What's wrong with these
It's like
families?
talking to an enemy. There's nothing wrong with minorities. They're fabulous. Fabulous. Because you're an enemy to me.
Why?
Because you don't understand.
I don't understand what.
Nothing.
That racism still is alive?
No, that there's a culture.
What culture?
People steal certain things. Hispanics steal certain things towards blacks. Blacks steal certain things towards other groups. It's been that way historically, and it will always be that way.
But it's not that way in my heart and in my mind.
But maybe you want to adjust to the world.
But why? If the world doesn't do anything for me and they don't make me happy.
You're like, I don't want to argue with you. I don't want to argue.
I can't be racist in my heart.
And that's good. I'm living in a culture, and I have to live within the culture. So that's the way it is. That's all. I got it. I got the whole message. You live with your heart.
I don't.
You can't be flexible. You can.
I am flexible. I understand that that's the way you were raised and that's your culture. And I'm respectful. And
Well, why do you have to disrespect them? Those are.
Who am I disrespecting?
The world before you.
Why am I disrespecting them?
By walking, you perceive as either a Latina or a white girl. Why should you be walking publicly with black people? Why? Is there a benefit to you?
Is it a benefit to me? Does it matter if they're white or blue or yellow?
I guess that you don't know that. Maybe you're stupid. Maybe you don't know what people think of you. It does matter, yeah. It matters.
This is the first time.
Do you know that I'm mixed?
No, I don't know.
You know that I'm mixed.
You told me you were going to remove those. You said, yes, I understand you. I mean, you change from day to day. Wow. So painful. Wow.
People call you and tell you that I have black people on my Instagram, and it bothers you.
Yeah, it bothers me a lot that
She's
you want
mixed?
to broadcast.
Why is he dating her?
Associating with black people. You have to.
You associate with black people.
I'm not you and you're not me. You're supposed to be a delicate white or a delicate Latina girl.
I'm a mixed girl.
Okay. Well, but
And you're in love with me. And I'm black and Mexican. Whether you like it or not. Whether the world accepts it or not. And you're asking me to remove something that's harder
That
than me.
is
And
so
my
fucking
bloodstream
hypocritical.
Because the world thinks different of me and you're afraid of what they're going to think. Because of your upbringing. You want me to have hate towards black people?
I don't do that hate. That's what people do. They turn things around. I want you to love them privately. In your whole life, every day you can speak with them. Every single day of your life.
Wow.
But not in public?
But why publicize it on the Instagram and why bring it to my games?
Why bring the black people to the game?
I really don't want to discuss anymore. It's over. I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
She should have left.
I feel that way so strongly. And it may even cause our relationship to just break apart.
Yeah.
And if it does, it does. It's better to break apart now than to break apart later.
I'm sorry that you still have people around you that are full of racism and hate in their heart. I'm sorry that you're still racist in your heart. I'm sorry that you live in a world that's still...
How about your whole life? Every day, you could do whatever you want. You could sleep with him, you could bring him in, you could do whatever you want. The little I ask you is not to promote it on that and not to bring him to my games.
I don't bring anyone to the game.
You hang with him.
There's nothing narc.
You can fuck him. Just don't let us know in public.
We got a big problem here. I really don't feel like going anywhere.
But he's having sex with a woman that's black and Latina. And if she's mixed with Puerto Ricans are 1/3 African.
You didn't like someone that I was with, I would stop seeing that person.
I'm sorry, I don't have any more friends. What would you like me to do? Remove the skin color out of my skin?
Is that a real issue, or are you making something up?
I mean, I just don't understand what the issue is.
There's nothing wrong with you or your skin color. Why are you saying these things? To upset me?
There's nothing wrong with her or her skin color. And she is black, part black, but there's something wrong with her hanging with black people who are her people because she's part black.
I'm so sorry too. We made a giant mistake.
Damn right.
Everything you say to me is so painful.
Painful?
Do I want you to change the color of your skin? You know how to really hurt somebody.
You're hurting her.
Instead of saying, I understand.
I don't understand how you can have so much hate towards minorities.
I can't even hang with my own blood in public.
Why would you say that?
How a person like you who's elevated, who's here, still feels above the world, and you can't even be seen with someone in which is considered of a different skin color.
Don't be with me all day long and all night long.
I can't believe that a man who's educated, a man who's a scholar, a man who's...
Well, believe it and stop talking about it. Let's finish our discussion with a period, okay? You're not making any good points. You can't believe this man. That's all I am. I'm not a good person in your eyes. If I was a good person, you would say, I can't believe this. I can't believe that.
What am I
But they're all lies. I love this.
Look at all this negativity coming from...
There's no negativity. I love everybody. I'm just saying, in your lousy Instagrams, you don't have to have yourself walking with black people. You don't have to. If you want to, do it.
But you don't want it, though.
If it's white people, it's okay?
A long pause.
If it was Larry Bird, would it have made a difference?
You're just a big fighter. I could see. Who would want to live with a woman like you? Who would want to live with a woman? All you ever wanted to do was fight. You're a born fighter.
I'm wondering why this was recorded in the first place.
I'm sorry that you're mad.
You have the worst mouth.
You have the worst mouth. She's not even been cursing.
Why are you so angry, honey? What's wrong?
And you know,
why did you bring up Larry Bird? What has he got to do with it? You could walk all night long with your sisters.
Let me see what this woman looks like.
Or your family.
I saw someone I admire. I admire Magic Johnson.
Okay, good.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
He's made a lot of changes for his community, for the world, for the people, for the minorities. He's helped a lot of people.
Why are you forcing this down my throat? I'm finished talking to you. I have nothing more to say.
And I took a picture with someone I admire.
Good.
And he happens to be black, and I'm sorry.
I can only see this profile.
I think it's nice that you admire him. I know him well, and he should be admired. And I'm just saying that it's too bad you can't admire him privately. And during your entire life, your whole life, admire him. Bring him here, feed him, him. I don't care. You can do anything. But don't put him on an Instagram so the world has to see, so they have to call me. And don't bring him into my games, okay?
Wow.
I've never thought, I don't know him personally.
Please leave me
Don't bring them to my fucking games.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Is there anything that I can do to make you feel better?
if you were fine enough and good enough of a woman to get that millionaire, just go get yourself another millionaire, because he apparently is with you because of your model-esque looks. This is absolutely ridiculous. To all the racists out there, all the undercover racists out there, do not date any woman or man that has blood in it that you hate. Okay, because eventually you are going to have to meet their family. You are going to eventually have to hang out with their family. I'm going to tell y'all a quick story. A lot of y'all haven't heard this. Some of you have. I have a friend that is black, but she is mixed, okay? But she's still considered, depending on who's looking at her, either Latina or black, because she's mixed with black and Latino blood. She literally, I couldn't believe it. I was ready to strangle her when I found this out. Because you do it once, but you don't do it twice. You see, she married 2 men that were racist against black people. How the fuck does that happen? And I can only think that it probably happens because mixed people have a problem identifying with their races that they are mixed with, okay? That's the only reason. But listen, you don't do it twice, okay? The girl that I know, all right, she divorced her first husband. He was Italian. And she had been wanting to go to a specific country to see her family. She wanted to go to Trinidad. And if you know what Trinidadian people look like, I don't have to discuss it anymore. She wanted to go for like 3 years in a row or something like that, and she finally asked him this last year. She said, look, I'm going with or without you. I'm just letting you know that I'm going. He said, I'm not going to Trinidad to see those fucking niggers. Excuse me? Yeah, so she divorced him. She met another guy, okay? Another white man, but Hispanic-esque white man. And this dude was even more racist. And she told me that she thought she could change him. Excuse me. You've got a guy here that's willing to date you. Both of them are willing to date you because you're only sprinkled with nigger. You're only half nigger. You act different from them. You're not like them. And you make an exception for that? Let me tell you something. The first time Sarah says to me, you don't act like them, or you don't act like a nigger, or nigger this or nigger that, or black people are like this, or black people are like that. The first time, you will never see her on this channel again. I am done. There is no fucking way. The first time I find out she got a grain of racism in her, she is done. I don't play that shit. Because you know what? In my eyes, I'm not going to deal with the hypocrisy. You're not going to love me and then hate my people. The fuck is wrong with you? Or think that we're lower than you. Or, you know, I forgot how the saying went, but I saw this video, this post the other day on Facebook, and I was actually going to do it in my magnificent motivational quotes videos. And it says something about, like, you know, like basically saying that, you know, fools don't change their mind, but the smart man does, you know. Basically, when new evidence comes forth or, you know, things like that, you know, there is, no matter what, no matter how successful you are, who you are, there is such a reality as being an old fool, where you refuse to change your mind, you know. And I don't care what era you came from. You get what I'm saying? Like, these people come from these eras where racism, and I get it, it might be ingrained in you. I get it. It's just like anything else. You know what I mean? Sarah comes from a household where there's a lot of negativity. And she has to fight being negative all the time. A lot, trust me. So, but she's willing to change that because of the evidence of life. That life isn't always negative. That life can be positive 90%, 95% of the time. We're all going to deal with negativity. That's just it. You know, and blacks have a bad reputation over here in America, and I know that the black community does have its issues, just like any other race has their issues over here. But judge people as they come, okay? No matter what you may think of the culture as a whole. Look, even, I don't think like this, but even if I thought that, say, white people as a whole hate black people, I am still willing to be friends with the ones who don't think like that. That's the way I see it. So, that's a damn shame. I'll put the clip in the description. 1 million subscribers. Woo!